But one thing we've really started doing is adding agent check-ins. So what I've done is I've set up a few touch points throughout the project of having the listing agent check in on the project. Because a lot of times an agent only sees the project at the beginning and then at the very end. And sometimes agents have a different view on what helps sell houses and what helps sell properties, and their input is super valuable in that process because they're with buyers and sellers every single day. So what we've done is added some check-ins. This gives the agent the ability to come in, see the property, and make suggestions, ask questions. Maybe we need to move a wall here, maybe we need to expand the bathroom, maybe we need a bigger closet, whatever they're seeing currently in the market from their buyers and their sellers, and what type of things we can do to improve it. Because what we want to do is we want to avoid at the very end of the project having to do some repairs or make some changes that are very costly. So what I've done is set up some agent check-ins. So for instance, after kind of all the roughs are done, we have our listing agent come in, walk the property with me and or the general contractor, look things over, provide their feedback, and we can have discussions on whether we need to do some change orders and move forward. I also set an agent check-in number two, kind of after a lot of the pretty stuff is done, the countertops, the light fixtures, wood floors, appliances, those type of things. This gives them an additional opportunity to check in and say, hey, let's change this, or I don't like how this looks, or if we make this one change in the kitchen, maybe add some pendant lights, we're probably going to add a little bit to the ARV. So we really want to keep our agents in the loop throughout the project. That way they're not going in blind trying to sell a property that they're not very familiar with. And these are just some things that we do to make sure everything is perfect and up to their standards. The last thing we do is an agent check-in number three. This is when everything's finished, it's cleaned, all the punch list items are done, final inspections, just kind of a once overlook of what they need to do going into the listing portion. This also gives them opportunity to feel the temperature in the room. For instance, if the AC is too high, too low, same thing with the furnace. If there's any odd smells, if we need to put some air fresheners in, placemats, they can kind of lean in on some staging questions. Maybe we want to stage a second bedroom, maybe we want to stage a coffee bar. It just gives them the opportunity to have their voice heard. And again, it'll help the end buyer have a really good finished product, and it helps our properties sell. So these are some lessons we've learned through doing, over 100 flips with our company.